What's up, Raider Nation? How about that victory against the Superchargers? Not so super last Sunday. So, let's get into it. It was a great game, We beat them 37-29, and the score indicates the game was actually closer than it really was, but it really wasn't that close. It was a blowout. But we'll talk about how we let them get back into the game later in the show. But let's focus right now on the positives right now, because Jack Del Rio said it best. This is close to a complete game that the Raiders have played in for this season, and boy was it really, because I was really afraid for our defense. I mean, we're ranked at the very bottom against pass defense, and Phillip Rivers came into the game lighting up the Green Bay defense, which is a pretty good defense. I mean, he threw for 500 yards and so many touchdowns, but I was thinking he was going to light us up for like 600 yards, but the defense did a great job. And Kid Norton Jr., I mean, I got to give him credit, because he got flamed in the Raider Nation for saying that DJ Hayden is becoming one of the better corners in the league. And to his credit, he is making improvements. And I said this a long time ago, that DJ Hayden, he does have potential. Whether he realizes his full potential, that remains to be seen. But he does have a lot of physical tools. He's just got to get his ball awareness skills up. And he had a great game last Sunday against the Chargers. He had a great interception. He had sticky coverage, and he picked off Phillip Rivers. He got beat a couple of times, but every corner in the league is going to get beat a couple of times. But for the most part, he had a solid game. He had a one tackle for loss. He had a forced fumble. So he was filling up the stat sheet last Sunday, and I'm happy for him, because the more games he gets like this, the more it builds his confidence. And the most important thing I say for a cornerback is to have confidence. So he's gaining that, and he's getting better and better. Hopefully he can stay healthy, because that's been kind of his Achilles heel, if you will, because he hasn't been able to stay healthy in his first 2 years. But now this year, his third year, he's actually been healthy, and he's making strides. So maybe Kid Norton Jr. is onto something. Maybe he can develop into one of the better corners in the league. Also, I want to give credit to TJ Carey, because he was all over the field. Now, he didn't have an interception or anything like that, but he was providing great coverage, great help to the cornerbacks, and he was all over the field. He's making the transition to safety almost seamless. So I give him credit, and I give the coaches, Rod Woodson and Robertson, and the position coaches, credit for making the transition smooth for TJ Carey. Also, another guy who I want to give credit to, who stepped up in the absence of Justin Tuck, is Mario Edwards Jr. He was showing he had some good push. He had great pressure. He's really coming along, so hopefully he can build on this good game that he had. And kudos to the entire defensive line, because what I said they had to do in my previous video for the preview for this game is you have to get Phillip Rivers off his mark. You cannot allow him to step into his throws, because the moment he steps into his throws, he will pick you apart no matter what defense you have. So the Raiders did a good job of getting him out of the pocket, getting him on the move, and throwing on the runs. And he's not as accurate, he's not as deadly when he's throwing on the runs. So kudos to Kid Norton Jr. getting his defense in line, getting him active. Defensive line was active all day. Alden Smith, Khalil Mack. Also, let me give kudos to Khalil Mack, who dropped back in coverage a lot more than I've seen for the first 5 games. He was doing really well in coverage, and that's a new little wrinkle that they did after the bye, implemented after the bye. So I want to give Khalil Mack more credit for being more versatile and not just going for being stout against the run and rushing the passer. He's also becoming more of a complete linebacker, where he's going out of coverage. So kudos to him. Alden Smith, I said, great. He had great push. The defensive line as a whole was really active. Got to give credit to Malcolm Smith, because he was all over the field. He was a beast, and that interception in the beginning of the game set the tone for I believe the rest of the game. He was very active against the run, pass defense. He was solid. He was that player in the Super Bowl who won the MVP. He was just extremely active. I loved it. And another kudos to Neron Bell, because I wasn't expecting much from him when he got drafted, but he is showing to be a steal of the draft, because He was great against coverage. He's great against the run. He's very solid, and I'm impressed with him. I hope to God, though, that his knee injury isn't that serious, because Ray Armstrong, not that I don't want him to do bad, not that I don't want him to do well, but sometimes he is maddening. I mean, you let Ladarius Green just go walk right into the end zone, nowhere to be seen in coverage. It's. I hope he just get better with time. I just hope he can get better, but I'm hoping to God that Neron Bell is not seriously injured, because we need him to play consistently and a lot, because if we have to rely on Ray Armstrong, it's going to be a long season. But anyway, hopefully he's healthy. Hopefully we get word on him today. And his knee, hopefully it's not too serious. Maybe he just got banged up, and maybe they took him out as a precautionary measure because the game was out of hand, so they didn't want to risk any further injury. Hopefully that's the case. But I'm praying. Fingers crossed. Now let's go to the offensive side. The offensive line was very, very good. Well, they protected Derek Carr really well. Got to give kudos to Latavius Murray. He had a good game, and it proved that the bye week came at the right time, because he was running really hard. He showed vision, he showed burst, and got to give credit to Tywan Jones as well, because he seemed to be rejuvenated by the bye week. He showed his explosiveness, and we gave him touches. And I can't say this enough. Why did we convert this man to a cornerback in previous regimes? I just don't understand. But he is showing to be a playmaker. And finally, I thank God Bill Musgraves finally did this. Clive Walford is showing up. He had this is back-to-back games where he's had an impact on the game. Last game against the Denver Broncos, he had a long reception. I believe it was 33 yards. This game, he had a great touchdown beauty, and he had a great seam pass from Derek Carr where that was just laid right in there and made the catch. Had great concentration. Hopefully, we can get him more implemented into the offense, because that man is a beast. We can use him. Hopefully, we can use him like Rob Gronkowski, because he's similar in terms of height. I don't know if he's as fast as Gronkowski, but man, that man is a physical force. So hopefully, we can implement him more and more as the weeks go by. One thing I do want to harp on the penalties. Man, we had a lot of penalties, and Donald Penn had 2 unnecessary roughing calls. That one took away a touchdown, basically, because we were on the 1 yard line, and he pushed the guy down. But I also thought it should have been offsetting penalties, because the guy, I think it was Leggett, kicked him, and that should have been offsetting penalties. But the referees missed that, and we had to settle for a field goal because we were backed up too far. He tweeted out that that's not going to happen again. But those are the kind of things we cannot have against more competitive teams and more competitive games. We can't have those mental lapses. So hopefully, like he said in his tweet, this is the last time and he can be more disciplined. Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper. I am so glad Reggie McKenzie picked him over Kevin White, because I was on the fence. I thought maybe it could go either way. But this man is proving to be the real deal. Holyfield. My God. This man is a beast. I don't know. You saw that 5-yard bubble screen, and he went and took it like 50 plus yards, made everybody look stupid. He was like Barry Sanders out there, making people breaking ankles and leaving people in the dust. I mean, it was that man. Amari Cooper is a real deal. I'm so glad we have him on our team. He's very versatile. He can play inside, outside. So thank God we have him. And then I applaud Derek Carr for getting everybody into the offense. Crabtree had a great touchdown reception where he made somebody miss and go into the end zone from 25 yards out. So everybody, the offense was great. Derek Carr outplayed Phillip Rivers. We're seeing Derek Carr evolve right before our eyes. So kudos to the offense. Kudos. Everything was perfect. Now, let's go into how we let them get back into the game. Now, was the game ever in doubt? No, but you don't want to. I always say you don't want to take your foot off the pedal too soon. You want to go hard until like the last minute and 50 seconds. And I felt in the fourth quarter, the coaches said, "Okay, the game's over. Let's get vanilla. Let's not put up any more points." And I thought that was a mistake. I thought we should keep attacking. Not be stupidly aggressive, but we should keep attacking. And I thought it's once you take your foot off the pedal, it's very hard to get to get back in the zone and actually get that momentum back, because the Chargers did have the momentum going into the fourth quarter, excuse me. So hopefully we can learn from this. The coaching staff can learn from this, and the players, and say, okay, we have to play 4 quarters, because if there had been more time in that fourth quarter, who knows? So we got to correct that. Another thing that I would like to see us do is I would like to see us use the run more. I mean, in the fourth quarter, we didn't really run the ball that well, and we weren't creative with the offensive scheme, and that's probably because, like as I said before, we took our foot off the pedals. But kudos all around. Hopefully, Neron Bell isn't hurt too seriously, and hopefully, this is one of those games, a statement game, that we can actually build up our confidence on defense and offense for when we have a huge test coming out against the Jets. And that's going to be a real benchmark too, because that's a playoff team. They have a great defense. We know Darrelle Revis, Cromartie, bust a screen, their safeties, their linebackers. So it's going to be a huge test for us. And I'll do a preview video for that later in the week. But today, I want to focus on how well we did against the Chargers, and hopefully we can build upon this victory and hopefully get a wild card spot off this victory. Hopefully we can get that second seed, hopefully, in the AFC West, and hopefully get that wild card. So hopefully this propels us to achieve that goal as the season progresses. So tell me what you guys think about the huge Raider victory. Tell me if I missed anything, or where we should have exploited a player more. Tell me what you think of our chances against the Jets this coming up week. So let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please leave comments and/or suggestions. And thank you for watching.